I'm good. I'm good. I actually moved to the hotter part of the kitchen because I've got this massive window here and the sun will be streaming in an hour. So I reckon we should get
Right.
cracking.
Okay.
So, look, my beautiful friend, I've only met you twice in my life, but I sort of
Yes.
feel like I know you really well, and we hit it off straight away the moment we met.
And it was food.
Yes, it was food. It was at the Kitchen Society, right? So
Yeah.
we have to thank the beautiful 𝐂𝐤𝐤 for connecting us. And
Yes.
what I really loved about you was your, well, obviously one half of my heritage is yours.
Okay.
And I love the fact that you're so proud of South Indian cuisine and more specifically Tamil
Yeah.
cuisine.
Tamil
And
cuisine. Yes.
the stories you've told me about your upbringing, it brought me to tears, honestly, you know, some of
Yeah.
the cultural practices. But
Yeah.
we're going to get into that a little bit later. We're going to get straight into cooking. Now,
Yes.
your life, before we start, I just want to put it out there to, just for people who are not familiar with what you
Yes.
do, you're a legend in Singapore. You're like the spice
Thank you.
queen in Singapore, right?
Yes. I've
Tell us
called.
what you do. Like what's life in terms of the cooking world for you?
Okay, so I started off as a cooking instructor. I mean, I
Mm.
was teaching at different places, and very soon it jumped into developing recipes and writing books, and now I have my own products. So I also go out still teaching and developing recipes. So basically that's it, and I do a lot of pop-ups as well by invitation, and a
Fantastic.
private dining as well at my place.
Okay, so but it's all South Indian cuisine, yeah?
No, because when I have my private dining, it's usually Indian. The theme is only Indian, so it can be from Andhra, Kerala, anywhere. But when
Okay.
I develop recipes, I develop international recipes. I've been doing this for about 29 over years.
Yes, and
Yeah.
everyone, if you're not familiar, this beautiful lady here is an author of 22 books. 22!
No, I also co-authored as well. I mean, I co-authored 3 books.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's awesome. I mean, I mean, it's all in here and I think it's great that you're putting it in written form because I think sometimes we forget, particularly the more traditional type dishes, you know, it gets lost.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful that you've documented a lot of it as well.
Yeah, because in fact, I cook a lot and I documented a lot and I forgot a lot of my dishes as well. You know what I mean? Like when we
Yeah.
keep on cooking every day and then suddenly one day you remember, hey, I remember this dish we used to cook and then you start cooking all the way. Or someone
Yes.
talked about it and then you remember, oh my God, it's been a long time since I cooked this and then we cook that. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, today I thought it'd be quite appropriate to talk about the medicinal value of Indian spices. So
Spices.
today we are going to be making one of your dishes, which is a medicinal chicken rasam.
Rasam,
Yes.
yes.
Tell us a little bit about it, and then let's get straight into it.
Sure. So for the Indian cuisine has got a course called the Rasam course. I mean, we have many different courses when we eat our Indian food on a banana leaf. Some other day I'll talk about it. But rasam is a course by itself. So have you ever eaten rasam on a banana leaf?
Soupy? Banana leaf? No.
Yeah.
Maybe?
No. Okay. So that's the smartest things the Tamilians can do, right? Put rice, pour soup over a banana leaf. The soup or the rasam will be just moving away, right? And then you quickly dip into it, squeeze the rice, and then you eat it, and you can actually scoop up the rasam here. And my father would sit and have his meal, and he will make my mother pour rasam onto his scooped palm.
Wow.
Every time, and then you drink like that because this is supposed to be very tasty.
Oh, yes.
If you drink it this way, it's supposed to be tastier. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
okay.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. And of course, we're gonna get into a little bit of your background a bit later. Yeah.
Okay. So today I'm going to share a recipe on kori rasam. So kori is actually chicken, and normally when we say rasam, everyone just thinks it's a watery stuff, or it's like you can call it a soup. But for the Indians, it's a course on its own, a dish on its own. We can eat it at any one time.
Yes.
So whatever I'm going to do today can be drank as a soup or served
Yum.
with rice. So you eat it with your rice, right? So
Okay.
I chose this recipe because this is something that a lot of younger Indians are not cooking anymore, because like now they have bottled chicken essence and all that, right? Which is actually what the Chinese drink. But it has become a practice for the Indians as well to start drinking essence of chicken from the jars if they are recuperating and all that. So I feel that,
Indian style though.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So
What will they come up with next?
no, they're not the Indian style. They buy the Chinese one and they drink it. So, but actually within the tradition itself, we have a chicken soup for people to drink, to become stronger, to get rid of cold and all that. So this is the rasam that I'm going to teach today.
Okay, great. Awesome.
So, and the spices that I use, they're very common, but they all have like a lot of medicinal values. Let me just tilt the camera a bit.
Fantastic. While you're doing that, I'm going to get my chicken out of the fridge because I forgot.
No, I'm not. Okay.
Okay, so what have you got there?
Okay, I have peppercorn, which is like a must for this soup. Peppercorn, of course, for the Indians, it's a spice that sort of warms you up. So normally, like in Singapore, for example, right, during November, December and all that, it's around rainy season. So I was brought up to always have pepper in a meal that month because it keeps you warm. So and they have a lot of medicinal values, which I will talk about it later. But right now we are using black pepper. We hardly use white pepper.
Okay, because the flavor is a bit different, yeah?
It tastes different, and this is more potent because the white one is actually the husk out, the skin out. So this would be actually stronger and nicer for the Indians. And then cloves, so important as well. This is for the fragrance as well as for preserving qualities. I'll talk about preserving qualities later. And then I have cardamoms. So
love
the
cardamom.
the greener the better, of course.
Yes.
And they are very fragrant, and you can, when you grind spices, you can actually grind it with the pot as well. I mean, some people remove the seeds, some people with it, so it's okay to have it. Cumin, so
my favorite spice.
Curry, and so good for the body.
Yeah.
Coriander seeds.
Yep.
Yeah. So coriander seeds again, right, it sort of warms as well as give fiber. And then I have cinnamon stick. So now this is the real cinnamon, as in like the Sri Lankan cinnamon. A lot of people buy a stick that's actually cashew, and then they think that's cinnamon. Okay, so this is the cinnamon.
So you'll, Devaki, if you can put it up close to the camera, with Sri Lankan cinnamon, there's a lot of layers on the inside that you can tell.
See, you can break it so
much more easily. Yeah, and it flakes off. That's right.
Yeah. And it's very fragrant. And then I have, of course, dried chilies. The spicier you want, you can add more chilies or more black pepper. But we like to use the red chili and the black pepper because the red chili gives color.
Yes, of course.
Okay? Yeah.
Of course.
And then I also have other ingredients, right? Like I have garlic, ginger, shallots, lots of shallots. And you can use blanched almond or cashew nuts. The idea is you need to have a form of a nut so that the soup is not clear. It's supposed to be cloudy.
Gotcha.
Yeah? Okay.
And does it also add as a slight thickener?
It's a thickener as well as it's like a strength giving nuts, right? I mean, people always say when you need strength, you can eat a bit of almonds, right? It gives you a bit of energy. So that's the reason why it's there. So what I've done before we go online, right, is I dry roasted all these spices.
Yes.
In a wok, just dry roast with no oil, nothing, right? So after it's dry roasted, I cool it properly. Because if you don't cool your spice, then there's moisture and it will not taste nice as well. So and then I grind properly as well. Then I grind it into a powder. So this is it.
Nice.
So as I open it, it's so aromatic and so nice.
You know what? It smells so much like my mother's garam masala.
Garam masala. Okay.
Yeah. So you've blended it all together as well, yeah? So that's the next step, right?
Yeah. So no, all the spices, dry spices, yes. And then for the shallots and shallots, ginger and garlic, right? I heated a bit of oil and I sauteed it in the oil until the shallots had blisters.
Nice.
And then I pull it and I blend it into a paste with my cashew nut. So here it is. I blended it with a bit of water.
Nice.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is like add the powder here and then mix it. So this becomes our masala paste.
Nice. Awesome.
Right.
So
but in this case, it will not be like a paste because we are not going to fry it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll tell you the reason why we are not.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
The reason why we are not going to saute this is because the spices has been roasted and this has already been cooked already. So we just put everything inside and then we will have to just let the soup boil. So besides this ingredient, are you going to say something earlier?
No. So what I've done, I've kind of, well, I didn't want to spend all day blending away. So I've already done exactly what you've said. So mine this is the onions, garlic, ginger, the spices, the almonds, water, blitz it up until it's kind of like that. It's like a sloppy slurry of, Okay.
Yeah. So then besides that, of course, I have chicken. So I got kampung chicken. Not that I'm a chicken fan, but because my mom is in hospital, so I thought, this is the perfect time for me to bring her a soup, and she only eats kampung chicken.
Oh, kampung chicken is so good. It's so sweet. I wish we had them here in Sydney, honestly. It's fantastic because it's very lean as well, isn't it?
Correct. So I chopped it very small, but you can actually have it in bigger pieces, or you can just have a chicken part as well. But the idea of this rasam is you should boil it long enough for the flavor to come out of the essence of the chicken to go into the soup. The chicken is not the tasty part of it.
Yes.
Okay, so the chicken cut up small.
So, Devaki, I've gone a bit rogue, okay, I'm sorry, but I kept my chicken pieces quite large. So I've kept the entire Maryland, I've kept the entire breast, the backbone, I've chopped it. And a bit naughty, I didn't discard the fats because I like the flavor of chicken fats in soup as well. So what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to actually take the meat out and shred the meat. So when I'm serving, you can actually just have shredded chicken as well. But fully cooking the whole thing. Okay.
No problem.
All right.
Okay, then I have this drumstick.
Ooh.
We call it moringa, right? So drumsticks are they are like so-called Indian superfood. They give you a lot of nutrients. They give you a lot of calcium, and then women and men take this also for as an aphrodisiac as well.
Oh, okay. My husband would love that. But sadly today I only have carrots.
Okay, so I think my husband will love me today then. Okay. Then I have, of course, the most important, another important spice, turmeric.
Yes.
Okay, so a bit of turmeric, and then I have fenugreek.
Yes.
Okay, so then there are some young Tamilians who have not cooked for ages and they don't know much about Tamil cooking, right? So they always believe that fenugreek is only limited to cooking fish.
Fish, correct.
Not necessary, because when it comes to medicinal cooking, fenugreek is used widely because, for example, when a woman is lactating, right, she's given a lot of fenugreek.
Okay, and why? Okay, and that helps in milk production, does it?
Yes, correct. So this soup can be multi-purpose. It can be for a pregnant lady, it can be a woman after postnatal, it could be for an elderly person. So it's like for everyone. So you just add more of what you want.
Okay. And it also imparts a really nice nutty flavor, right?
Nice flavor, yes. It's just that some people think it's bitter, but in this soup, we are not going to fry it. We just going to boil it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I have tomatoes.
Oh, yes.
So then, like, I just need to tell you that, see, traditionally when they do rasam, right, they do not slice the tomatoes. Squeeze the tomatoes.
Yes. I had a bit of, after we chatted, I had a bit of a play. So basically one tomato in a hand and I squashed it out like that. because
Yeah, actually,
you
I
want,
enjoy squishing it, no? Like,
right?
wow, it's
Okay,
like a cerebral play, right?
let's get to it then. Okay, so but people just be warned, this is gonna fly absolutely everywhere. So a good thing is just to hold it in your palm
Yeah.
and then just
Okay,
squash it.
so the reason why tomatoes have not been sliced, I mean, for a lot of Indian cooking, especially when it comes to like soupy dishes and all that, right? Tomatoes
Yes.
are not sliced because the Indians believe that metal reacts with tomatoes. So it
Yep.
doesn't give the rich red coloring after you have blended the tomatoes in a blender because there's a blade there.
Yes.
Yeah, so my tomatoes are not so red. I mean, at this moment in Singapore, I really can't find really good ripe tomatoes. But then again, so because this tomato is different and yours is different, our soup is also going to taste different, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm quite lucky here. I've got these are what do you call it? Vine ripened trust tomatoes, baby trust tomatoes. They're so sweet, so beautiful, and really, really nice color as
Nice.
well.
Yes, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Of course, if they have tomatoes that has got a lot of seeds that are black and you know that kind, then you just remove the seeds and you just squeeze the pulp.
Correct.
Yeah. Then
Okay.
I have some chopped coriander and some mint.
Nice. Okay. I've got leftovers here, combination of mint and coriander. I love coriander, by the way. So for people who are not big fans of coriander, can they omit it or not?
Oh yes, the tomatoes. Sorry, the coriander and the mint. You can exchange each other, right? Like you can use one of it, or
Okay.
you can use spring onions if you want. Now,
Okay.
if you notice, right, I did not talk about curry leaves at all in this recipe.
I was about to ask you that question because that's very, very, very South Indian, right?
Right, correct. Okay, so the reason why I've not added curry leaf here, okay, so most of the time when people eat their dishes and